This is The Profit Factor, a podcast where we explore topics around edge, process, and mindset to help traders become consistently profitable. Welcome back, traders, to the Profit Factor podcast. And I have something really cool to talk about today, which is making decisions. We as traders make a lot of really tough decisions every single day. And you could be sitting in your trade, you could be looking at a potential trade, you could be waking up for the day. No matter where you are or when you are, you're going to have a decision that comes before you. And a lot of the real struggle that we have a lot of times happens because we're either judging ourselves and the decisions we made that maybe didn't work out so well while we were trading, or we're struggling to make a decision when we really need to make a decision quickly and make it happen. So this struggle around decision-making can be a big deal for a lot of traders. I like to think about decisions in a couple of different unique ways. So first of all, I really love the concept from Annie Duke. If you've never listened to Annie Duke, she's awesome. There's some really great podcasts where she talks about decision-making. She's a former poker player, so very much something that we can relate to as traders. And she talks about this idea called resulting. And I really love the concept. It's a really great concept. Basically, what it means is that, and we do this all the time as humans, we judge our decisions based on the outcome of that decision. And what happens is we may be making the best decisions in the world and end up with poor outcomes. And then we're kicking ourselves. Why did I do that? Oh, I totally messed that up. I totally screwed that up. And the inverse happens as well. We might be making really terrible decisions that have really good outcomes. Both of those are dangers to us as traders because you could be making really poor decisions in your trading and have some good outcomes that reinforce making those same poor decisions over and over again. And we don't want to do that. And also, you could be making really great decisions in your trading and then have a lot of judgment because it didn't work out the way that you wanted it to. So both of those things happen, and both of those things that we want to be aware of when we are evaluating making a decision and the decisions that we've made. Annie Duke tells a story about the Seattle Seahawks. And you guys probably remember this if you follow American football, but the Seahawks were in the Super Bowl. They were playing against the New England Patriots. They were on like the 3-yard line with, 30 seconds left to go in the game. All they needed to do was score, punch it in, and they win the Super Bowl. And they have the best running back in the league. And what happens is the coach calls a pass play, just a really quick pass play right into the end zone. And what happens is it gets intercepted. And the Patriots end up winning the Super Bowl. And for the next week, this coach got hammered. Why did you make such a terrible decision? What were you thinking? And he was on this interview, and the interviewer asked him, why did you make such a poor decision in the Super Bowl? What did you learn from that poor decision? I don't know, something along those lines. I don't remember the exact words. And he said, what are you talking about? That was a great decision. And he explained about how, the amount of time that he had, the number of timeouts that were left, how much time it took to run a pass play versus running a run play versus, and then the aspect of the fact that he has the best quarterback passer in the league, the chances and the likelihood, the probability of getting an interception in that moment was virtually nothing. He said all these factors combined where if I ran that pass play, I get one extra play in that time to get into the end zone. If I didn't, if I'd run the ball, then I would have lost at least one play. And when you heard his justification, kind of the thought process that he went through and how he made that decision, you think, wow, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I can see how that, in that moment, not knowing the outcome, was a really great decision that he made. So I want to ask you in your trading, when you're kind of looking back and evaluating this past week as an example, don't look at it from the perspective of how did you do? How did you perform in terms of outcomes? Ask yourself, how did I perform in terms of following my process? How did I do in terms of following my rules? In the end, that's what you want to judge yourself on. Are you following your rules consistently? Now, we're going to assume that your rules have an edge and they give you a statistical probability of profit, but that's a whole other topic in itself. But just this week, go back to each trade and ask yourself, did I follow my process on that trade? Did I enter when I was supposed to enter? Did I size the way I was supposed to size? Did I manage it the way I was supposed to manage it? Do this kind of thought work as you walk through each and every trade as a review process. Don't look at, oh, that was a great trade because I made all this money, or that was a terrible trade because I lost money. Take money and outcome out of the picture and then judge the decisions that you made. When you do that, you're going to gain a lot more clarity about the type of trading you're doing and whether or not you're on the right path to becoming consistently profitable. So resulting, it's something that we as traders want to completely eliminate from our trading. We want to focus on process over profit. And when we do that, when we can begin to take profit completely out of the review part of what we do to become better as traders, I promise you, you're going to see massive improvements in your trading. All right, so go do a review. Go take a look. Are you resulting, or are you judging your trade decisions based on whether or not you followed your process? Take a look at that, and then you'll see where you are as a trader. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, share this podcast. If it's valuable to you, post it up on Reddit or, share it wherever you're on socials, Discord channels, whatever. Would love to have more people tuning in. Until next time, guys, happy trading. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Check out my YouTube channel at The Profit Factor on YouTube. But if you really want to amp up your trading game, take a look at my Consistency Accelerator program. This is a program that was designed to systematically help you become consistently profitable. It includes coaching and course material around edge, process, and even mindset. Check it out at www.gettheprofitfactor.com.